Okay, so in just like 4 to 5 queries I managed to create the app here, right? Noticed I had like 138 model queries and now 142. So very limited set of queries are required to make the app with cursor, right? So let me show you. I'm opening the cursor, and here if I open the folder, I may have to create this app. Let's say something like contact manager, right? So select the folder, it becomes the project. Now if I click on 5 cursor rules, here I will be giving it a stack to work with, something like use the below stack. I'll be saying Python, Django being one of the requirement. Then I will say something like SQLite 3 database. Then one more thing would be C Bulma CSS. Right. Now let's add the rules. First rule being start with index HTML as entry point for the project landing page. Second, avoid deleting functional code and adding features. And thirdly, I'll just say that you should consider not making use of depreciated code and libraries in project, right? This should be for any project regardless of the type of stack you use. In my case it is Python Django, right? So I'll just write the prompt, so I'll paste it here, right? It is contact manager with input and details to be added within the database, right? So if I say send, it should start the process, right? It created its own requirement txt in Django, then forms, right? So there is also readme file which will be visible here, and it will also give you instruction on how to add PNV folder. Now there will be also another folder which is exactly of the project, right? It will also create one of the backend, or you can say admin side. You can even view the project readme file. As you can see, it is creating things in the order: PNV, the requirements, then migrate, and finally run server. So that's the order it is going with. Now it is asking you to activate the requirements, then the file setup will happen. So these are the packages that are part of the project. Specifically SQL parse, Django. In case if you want to use ORM of any form, then you can also add that. So I'm going with very minimal set of the stack like Django, Bulma CSS, and SQLite 3. Collectively all those features are good to go with very minimal set of project. Now notice that it has created sub project under this with name contact manager. Now most likely the next step would be, it is going to ask you to add bunch of usernames, right? So you can manually give it or even add the password as well. One more thing is, while this is running, you will notice there is a small drop down Yes, on the left hand side here you'll find that they have this option to ask for permission or ask every time or auto run. So if you keep it to ask every time, you will be seeing the process within the steps, and if you keep it in the way something like auto run, you won't be seeing the whole process. So I'm currently with only 3 rules and may add additional. Okay, finally you can see the index and base HTML being called from there. Okay, once all the files are created, it will generate the server activate command. Okay, as you can see, it will go through bunch of migration scripts, then it will come to admin. Right, it is asking you to run the server. Now there are a bunch of errors we will have to check. Before that, accept the current changes. Right, here you can see the issue with add to chat. Please fix the below error. Right, so they forgot about the library. Right, once everything is set up, you can see them making use of Bootstrap and other libraries as well. Currently the application is running here and the live changes are being made, so we will have to accept the changes when the server goes live again. And so let it run. They are removing some of the changes as the package which was added later is going to update some of the code within the file. Finally, I can use run server here and also accept the change so that everything gets saved. Now if I click on this particular link, or you can simply Ctrl+C, and okay, here you can see our project is visible, and here the search part that I mentioned. So whenever contacts get added and everything gets populated, you will need this feature. Here you can see this, you can edit to your company name as well, along with other cosmetic changes. So let's add the contact. Now notice that there is a big error. So now I will go back to cursor and I have to select this whole error. Template does not exist. I also have to copy and paste this error into cursor here. See this error that is shown. Right. As you can see, this will give you an idea how the whole code is shown. Now it will try and install some of the packages. Okay, so made the update. I can add the contact now. Let's say I will add my own. then I will also add my email. Right, finally I will try and save this. Notice I got one contact added. I can similarly add another. And I can save this like this. This gets populated. Can also edit and delete if I want to, right? And also I can search, right? And here you see search is also functional. So I made this whole within Django, then Bootstrap and SQLite, and with the help of cursor. So as you can see, this is functional now.